Okay, so I'm Amanda Schleniger, owner of Hustle and Heart Real Estate Group, founder of Spread the Love nonprofit, and we are here with our 6th edition and 6th series of the Co-Creating a Beautiful Life series and workshops. And today we are featuring the amazing Amir Jackson. He is the founder of, yes, I think we need to do that again because he's just amazing. There's the energy he deserves. He's founder of Nurture the Creative Mind, which is another local nonprofit that I'm actually a member of as well, and I contribute to them every month. It's called a Nifty 50 program. And if you guys don't know about it, you can donate $50 a month, and he puts it into his nonprofit to help these children within our community nurture their little creative minds. And he does it in a lot of beautiful ways. If you guys don't know about the program, I suggest that you go on there and follow him and follow the program. But anyway, so today, Amir is going to talk about believing in yourself, correct?
Yes.
What exactly is the topic again?
Belief and action.
Belief and action. So let's give Amir a big warm welcome. He doesn't want the mic.
I don't think I need it.
Yeah. He told me earlier he didn't want the mic. He's like, I'm good. I'm like, it's fun though.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
So good.
Good. It is a pleasure to be here. I think that I would like to start with I know we all come into these situations with our own expectations, and so as an artist, I like to work with blank canvases. So we are going to whitewash your expectations for a moment and just start with a brief meditation period. Just 2-3 minutes. So Josh, please, if everybody could close their eyes, kind of put your plates in your lap, get comfortable for about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead, Josh. Okay, we're gonna do this together. If everybody could take a deep breath in, then hold it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale. Take a deep breath in again. Hold it. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, when you inhale this time, please think about your intentions and the things that you would like to gain from this presentation about belief and action. Inhale deeply, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. Inhale again deeply. Hold it. This time, exhale all your expectations of this presentation. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'll let you meditate on your own for about 1.5 minutes. Okay, slowly open your eyes. Come back. Thank you guys very much. How do you feel? Good, good. So this is going to be an interactive type of experience. It's going to be less lecture, much more of a conversation. I think that there is as much growth and ability on this side as there is on this side. So I'm just really a facilitator for today. I want to start with, because many of you do not know who I am, and some of you that do know me may not know what I'm going to tell you. So let's start with kind of an introduction bio. I had started a nonprofit called Nurture the Creative Mind about 12 years ago. The focus of that nonprofit is to help young people empower themselves and establish a core of belief in their abilities, their talents, their value. And we do that through the vehicle of creativity and creative expression and exploration, because basically it's our fish hook, you know? If we were to tell kids like, yo, check it out, I'm gonna make you believe in yourself, they'd be like, oh, that's lame. I'm not trying to hear that. But if we're like, yo, check it out, we're gonna help you guys do a podcast, or we're going to help you guys paint, you know, do some graffiti. They're like, oh, word, cool, that sounds good. And then as a sleight of hand, we're like, oh, check it out, that's dope, man, you did a good job. Hey, you know, you should pursue writing, you're really good at writing. So we're helping them believe in themselves through this very sleight of hand. And some of the things that we've been able to accomplish through this is we actually have published books of the students' writings. We like to establish that their value is present and not delayed. I think that a lot of times, when I was a young person in high school especially, they were like, hey, you need to take this test or learn this because of the SATs or because of college. And I was like, college, what is that? Like, all I'm thinking about is the football game this weekend. I didn't really know about college, right? And so for us, we like to make those returns immediate. And so this is some of the ways that we show young people that their value is through their, through writing, creative writing, and then establishing actually publishing their books. We've published 5 books so far through the students. And we have a podcast with NPR. It's called Hear Me Now. It's NPR's first ever youth-driven, youth-produced podcast. So those individuals who are part of that podcast are now published authors and writers as well. Some of the recognitions that we've received over the years are Best Molding of Youth Minds, Heroes Recognition Award. Let's see. This is one of my favorite things. We received a letter from President Obama. I thought that was dope. And then last year, one of my favorite awards that I received was, through our organization, was the Louis Shirtliff Award for Impact on Education from Weber State University. And that award means a lot to me for many reasons. One of the reasons is because when I started the organization, I was actually attending Weber State University, and there was a lot of professors, some of my mentors, that were telling me to focus on school, this organization will be there, and I made the leap to leave school. In my last year of school, I only had, I think, 12 more credits to go before I got my bachelor's degree to pursue Nurture the Creative Mind full time. And so the very university and the people who kind of were discouraging me to pursue this dream and this vision that I had, about 7-8 years later, ended up giving me the highest achievement award for alumni for impact in education. So I thought that was really cool. So let me show you the video. If you could pull that up, please. The video for that award ceremony this last year, and it kind of explains our organization a little bit further.
I was born and raised in Rochester, New York, upstate New York. Single parent household, so there was no mother.
Oh my God.
I love that.
18 years old, I decided to join the United States Air Force. And that began my journey to Utah. I was stationed at Hill Air Force Base. And after serving the military and being honorably discharged, at that time I started shopping schools. I was thinking about going back to New York and going to Syracuse University. but the tuition for 1 year would have absorbed most of my GI Bill. So Weber State was the school I chose because it was inexpensive. I had no idea that it was going to have such a great impact on my life. Weber State is the reason why Nurture the Creative Mind started. The fact that it's ingrained in the university standard that the students will become connected with the community, that was the path and the journey that led me to creating Nurture the Creative Mind. Nurture the Creative Mind is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that seeks to empower young people and help them establish some self-value through the vehicles of creativity and self-expression. It started out as just an idea for a community service project, but the moment that I decided that this was going to be my life's work was after working with a group of young girls at Soul 6 Treatment Center. At that moment I realized that the impact that Nurture the Creative Mind had was profound and immense. And I stopped thinking about how many students we had worked with, but how many out there we hadn't. Nurture the Creative Mind, we are intent on making sure that young people understand not just what they're learning, but how to apply it. And also that you don't have to wait to apply it. That you can apply it today. You can impact your community today. I really do consider the work with Nurture the Creative Mind to be my life's purpose. I think that even the things that I went through as a young person was in preparation for what was going to become my purpose later on in life. For the first 7.5 years of the 12 years that Nurture the Creative Mind has been around, I did not accept a paycheck. I worked full-time. I was going to Weber State full-time. I was the president of the NAACP club, and I was doing Nurture the Creative Mind at night. I had to actually take my personal paycheck in order to fund Nurture the Creative Mind. It was a struggle. There was a lot of sacrifices that had to be made in order for this organization to exist. Because I see this as my purpose, I never questioned the sacrifices. They were just a part of me being who I am. You don't need a lot of money to have a great impact. You don't have to have a large name or a ton of accomplishments or a huge resume. What we've been able to do for the community and for young people is show them that they can do great things. Receiving this award from Weber State, it means a lot. And to be considered is overwhelming. To be on that list is something that I haven't yet come to terms with.
Thank you. Hey, let's give a shout out to my man for the wonderful speaker system. Good job.
Good job.
So the reason why I wanted to share that with you, that video, and kind of tell you a little bit about myself, a little bio introduction, because I want you to understand that I'm not telling you what I think or I believe, but I'm telling you what I know. And I want to start from a position that you all understand that I've been practicing this with young people for years and years and years, and this is no longer an experiment. Belief is the core to all success, period. And when I say success, I'm not here to determine what success is for you, right? I don't think anybody should do that. I don't think anybody should tell you what your success looks like. But what I am telling you is that if it's personal success, relationship success, whether it's professional success, whatever it is in your life that determines success in whatever area, the core of belief that you are able to achieve that success is how you achieve it. You have to believe. And then on the backside of that, you must also act accordingly to that belief. So there's something, you guys saw some of the artwork that went around that the kids produced. We have this project that we kind of start with many of the kids, which is an I am project. And the phrase I am and what follows that, I believe is extremely important to you, how you view yourself, right? I am beautiful. I am successful. I am talented. How you view yourself is how society and other people will view you, right? I've worked with kids, young kids in juvenile centers, that their I am is, I am worthless, right? And so they act accordingly to that belief that they are worthless. I am a gangster. So they dress and act accordingly to that belief that they are a gangster, right? The way that I am statement is extremely important, right? It's extremely important to establish that and understand that in establishing that I am statement and believing in it, acting accordingly upon it, is how you will view yourself, but how also society, your friends, family, professional individuals, community members will view you as well. So at this point, I want to do a group activity. That group activity is pair up with one other person. If there's odd numbers, then there will be a group of 3. And I want each of you to share with the other person what you're good at, what you believe is a shortcoming for yourself, and what you want from your life or your future, okay? What you're good at, what is a shortcoming, and what you want from your life in the future. Okay, we'll take about 5 minutes to do that. Just pair up really quickly. Okay. All right. Which group would like to go first? Okay.
Let's just get this show over with. Are we standing up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Okay, so she is...
Name?
I'm Carrie.
Carrie.
Yes.
So Carrie, sorry guys. Carrie, what she's good at is she's very good at being kind and considerate of others and living in her heart space. Things that she struggles with is balance and patience, don't we all? What she wants to do in the future and the legacy she wishes to leave behind is to love her daughters and help them evolve with unconditional love into the best versions of themselves. Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Got it. You nailed it. Nice job.
Let's give it up for Carrie. Go, Carrie.
Okay, so Amanda here. Everybody knows she is good at connecting at a deeper level and with her full heart and knowing them and accepting them at that level. Her downfalls are balance as well. She's all out and forgets other things, and her patience is one of her downfalls, and her future thing that she wants to work on is spreading the love to and increasing what she knows to everybody else, children, family, and the community, and growing better people through her love.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That?
Yeah.
My version.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great job. Okay,
Yeah.
next group.
Just go, Stace. Get it, girl. We're just making you. I'm just gonna keep calling people out. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go here first, or you want to go first?
So this is Stacy Larson. What she's really good at is she has multiple businesses and she's very creative. She does photography and events for weddings and owns a studio down on 24th and Kiesel. One of the things that she struggles with is balance and kind of separating business from personal. And one thing in the future is she would just like to take one of the small businesses and just focus on one thing.
Good. Yeah. This is Bambi, and she is really focused and centered on giving love and connection to people, and that's like one of her best traits. And her downfalls for that, though, is because sometimes she loves a little too hard, that it kind of ends up being something that can kind of come back and hurt her in a way. I think her goal for the future is to have a new career, which she just started in insurance sales for life and health, so that she can have a career-based career, a long-term career, so that way she has the time and freedom to spend with her family and be able to take care of her mom as she gets older, and kind of have that role reversal there where her mom helped take care of her, and she wants to be able to have a career that helps support her long-term
Awesome, beautiful.
I love it. Thanks, girls.
Okay, next up. Okay, we're just gonna go in order. Beautiful.
Crystal got up before I called her out. She's like, I already know she just got to go.
Okay, so this is Ryan Wilcoxon, and one of his best traits, he's a nurturer, and he's a poetic writer, and he speaks from his heart, so that's what he got read. One of his shortcomings, according to his self-criticalness, is that he's a little insecure, but he's growing through that. And for the future, he wants to see himself as more independent and career-based, maybe in the real estate sector, and also maybe going to school.
Yay.
Awesome.
And can I just say, he's fucking phenomenal.
So,
He's a
awesome.
mom.
Love you, Ryan.
Do you go next, or you go?
Oh,
Are we going in order? Whatever you guys want.
oh, I can go.
It's hard with 3 people. We have to remember a lot.
She is a beautiful person,
Yeah.
but her attribute that she emphasized that she was strong in was basically like a giver of love, and sharing that love with her friends and the community at large. One thing I've noticed from her, just with my interactions, is just the power of creation that she brings to you. Like she makes you feel kind of magical, so she kind of gives that. So I don't know. I've enjoyed just being in her presence. One thing that she wants to work on, that she feels that she kind of has some hardships with, is procrastination. Yes, I think we're all very talented in that sphere, of just putting things off.
Every
So-
morning I'm like, I am proactive.
So yeah, that's her self-affirmation. She is a proactive person now, so getting that
Working on
working on that. And then how she sees herself in the future is just as a small business owner within the community and just helping people find their, creative aspects. So.
I love that. Inside joke.
She did call me.
I called him Chris for like the first 2 days,
forgot
and I
about
didn't know his name was Ryan. I was like, Ryan? Why? My name is Chris.
He never corrected you?
I don't think you did.
I
the
didn't
first
want to
few
feel
times.
or make her laugh.
Yeah, he didn't want to make me feel bad. I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
This is Crystal Gillian,
Yeah.
and something she's great at, which I absolutely know and adore and have had the pleasure of experiencing myself, is that she's a woman of her word. I think Crystal does a lot of amazing things, and she always sees them through and through, like to the best of her ability. So, and you always stick to all of your commitments. So, something she wants to work on is just always doubting maybe like her eating habits or feeling really bad about that. Even though I work out with her and she's got a bomb body, so I'm like, no, eat that donut, girl, it's fine. Take it off. Yeah.
I thought you were that joke.
Like
stupid.
self-critical.
Criticizing herself. And then where she could see herself in the future is just continuing to use her real estate platform for good in the community and really just all the things that she loves, family and community support and love and outreach. So, yeah.
Yay. Oh, we love you all. We love
Okay,
you
cool.
all.
Ooh, that made me sweaty.
So this is Brooke. We work together. We just fought over our last annex. We're like, no, I want it. So,
I would not have come. Oh, I love it. Yes. That makes me happy.
so
Okay.
we worked together for a while. So Brooke is really artistic, and she's good at making people laugh. And honestly, like every day she cracks me up. So it's like my relief from stress. So Brooke's weaknesses. Let's see. I'm the only one that has to have notes. So she communication and being vulnerable and speaking in front of groups. So this is like perfect.
This is great.
Where she sees herself in the future, doesn't have she won't have to worry about money. She'll be in a good relationship with someone that appreciates kids.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
to run. He's been working on that for a long time, and he's accomplished a lot.
She has to do that every day.
Yeah.
I watch him go down the stairs, and shit, making me feel bad.
No, we get up to the top. All to our office.
He's very good at making friends. Everywhere we go, we're walking around often, and he's introduced me to a lot of people. So he's very friendly. And just one thing I've noticed, he didn't say this, but he's very compassionate towards other people, and he takes their feelings into consideration. Let's see, weaknesses, patience.
I'm like, she knows it. You just say what the weaknesses are.
No. I think he's pretty patient, but he's been working on being more patient with struggles and what else?
That's a good one.
I don't see any other weaknesses. Anyway, that's the last one. In the future,
Yeah.
he wants to be financially secure and have a good relationship, personal relationship, and with family. Have a tight-knit family.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. Hey, by the way, you did great.
Yeah, good job.
Let me just get hard.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So this is Morgan Conley, and she is starting a new real estate group. That being said, she nurtures her creative mind by writing. She's a writer, and that's something that she does really well.
Published writer. By the way.
You didn't say that. That's awesome.
That's the plan.
Congratulations. The one thing that she is working on is the P word that's been mentioned, procrastination.
Yes.
Because sometimes that's one of those things. And she wants to looking forward to her future, she wants to make sure that she makes a positive impact on people. And she wants to be kind.
Okay, this is Donna. And something she's really good at is loving unconditionally. She says she's very, very good at finding, no matter who they are, she can find the good in anyone.
Or any situation.
Yeah.
Ever.
Ever. And then that kind of, it was kind of a double-edged sword because she said that was sometimes something she feels like she needs to work on too. And also she feels like she doesn't put herself first as much as she probably should. And taking time for herself, like meditation or good things.
Thank you so much. I'm never still. That was like the best.
Beautiful.
And then she said, just looking forward to the future, she just really wants to be able to make a mark and just be good and spread good and just love.
Oh.
Awesome.
Love you,
Okay, this is Andrea with 360 Virtual Tours. She is really, really good at public speaking. I have seen it myself and I just...
Oh, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. I think we have some direction.
I can't see you.
Oh, sorry.
Am I too short? Is that
I'll never Christina.
I love it.
Okay, we're good, thank you.
Okay, so she's really, really good at public speaking, like fantastic at public speaking. Doesn't get nervous at all, doesn't stutter.
Oh, I
She's
didn't
like,
say I don't get nervous.
She fakes it really, really well. Her shortcomings is she does wear her sleeve, her heart on her sleeve. So she's very forgiving. She just loves everybody, and if anything goes wrong with them or they get sick or anything, she just
cry with you.
yeah. She's very, very emotional. And her vision for the future is to build an empire for 360, obviously, and have a legacy with it and treat everyone like family because that's how she feels is everyone she knows is family.
Love it.
And don't feel bad, I had to have notes too.
So this is Christina, and one of her strengths are taking care of other people like her mom and her customer service and just being super giving with her service, which leads into one of her weaknesses, which is not taking time for self-care, and time management. Yeah, is one of her struggles. And what she wants in the
to serve the IBEX clients to the best of her ability and have a good relationship and take care of everybody.
Okay, awesome. So we are going to, great job everyone, give yourselves a round of applause, that was wonderful. So
I love it.
let's talk about that experience. What was it like having someone listen to you? Anybody can answer that.
Gratifying.
Comforting.
Awesome. Do we feel that that is something that we don't necessarily get often, right? A situation in which the other person is actually intent on listening rather than intent on waiting for you to stop so that they can talk, right? I think that it's important for us to have listeners in our lives. I think it's important for us to be listeners. So I think that this was a demonstration of what we should be seeking in our lives with our groups, our friend groups, our professional groups, people who can listen to us, right? People who we can share with, and people who we can listen to and let them share with us as well. Let's talk about some other feelings that went along with this experience. Someone said nerve-wracking. What was nerve-wracking about it?
I think listening to someone talk about you.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was the opposite. When you said, "Oh, was it like to have people listen to you?" It was the opposite. That was like awkward and nerve-wracking for me.
Okay. What are some other feelings, thoughts? Was it easy to talk about the good things about yourself?
No.
Did you find it easier to talk about like your shortcomings?
Yes.
Isn't that an interesting thing? That it's easier for us to talk about our shortcomings, right, than it is for us to talk about the things that we're actually talented in, or the things that are things that would actually help us like feel good about ourselves, right? Why do you think that is? Why do you believe that it's more difficult for us to talk about our shortcomings than our talents?
Maybe something we're critical.
Constantly working
I
on?
think it's just insecurities to feel like you're boasting or look egotistical, or, you know, I think a lot of people think, well, God, if I'm too loud and proud, then I'm going to be that asshole that everyone's like, oh, look at her. You know what I mean? So it's kind of sad that you know, we have a choice to be our best friend or our worst enemy. And a lot of the times people gravitate to being attracted or talking about the negatives within themselves or those around them. You know?
You think that talking about the positives makes other people uncomfortable?
It makes them, yes. I think sometimes it does.
What were you going to say, Stacey?
Oh, I was just saying that I think that it's a lot easier for us to focus on our negatives. Like, it's easier for me to be like, oh, I did this wrong, or I should have done this differently, and like focus on that, as opposed to being like, oh, well, today I killed it doing this. Like, I mean, if I am successful in the day, great, but if I messed up during the day, I think about it a lot more than if I was successful that day.
Okay.
And I think being a business owner, to add on to that, I mean, we always have a lot to do. I think a lot of us in this room that come to these classes, we're all overachievers. We have big goals. We want to be in the hustle. We want to be doing big shit. And we have a lot to get done to achieve those and only so much time in the day. And I feel like we have this giant to-do list. And when we look at them, we're like, oh God, I got like 15 out of the 25 done, but I'm going to look at the 10 that I didn't do. Even though I did more good than didn't, you know, it's always you're looking at what else you have to do rather than sitting there and being in the present to say, God damn, look at what I did today. I killed it. You know, and I don't know why that is, to be honest. I don't know what that
It's interesting. Anybody else?
I think like negative attracts negative. So like when you sit and talk to people that are more negative and maybe more like self-critical or whatever, then they're like, oh, I'm like getting fat or whatever it is, and then you're like, oh my gosh, me too, I haven't been in the gym or whatever. So then like that negative attracts the negative, because our society for some reason, especially maybe with women, we're not like as comfortable saying like, oh my gosh, I just got this amazing listing today, or I like had like 4 closings. You know, there's like, it's just harder for some people to start with a positive because maybe the conversation started negative, like in a negative way to begin with.
Did you guys notice how?
You don't even know it, you just do it.
For sure.
Oh my gosh, yeah, me too.
Did you guys notice how people started affirming other individuals?
Yeah.
Like
easier to talk about somebody else.
in a positive way, right? What is the reason, those people who did like ad-lib those affirmations, what were the reasons you did that?
It's true.
It's true? And what else?
See if Brian's face will get more red.
Did you believe that it would make him feel good?
Absolutely.
Did you believe that it would offset the negative? Right? So if that's how we feel about those other people, right? How does that not relate to ourselves? Right? So what I'm saying is that if it is beneficial to another person to hear positive things about themselves, right? If it's going to offset the negative, right? Then it would also have that same impact if we were positive about ourselves, right? If we were to say things that are positive and we were to own them, and the same energy that we give that other person, if we gave to ourselves, it would make us smile, or it should make us smile, right? It's just something to think about, right? It's something to think about, how the positivity or those positive affirmations affected someone like Brian or Chris. Brian, Chris?
Brian, Chris, whatever you are. I love it.
It affected him in a positive way, and so we should look to do that for ourselves as well. Yes?
Well, I think we've all heard the same, like, be careful how you talk to yourself, because that's how you talk to other people. Be careful what you
For
say
sure.
to yourself. I used to say a lot of negative things about my body, like I'm fat. And my husband looked at me one day and he said, "Stop saying it, or I'm gonna start seeing it." Whoa. I remember that. I am hot. That's what I tell him now.
For sure.
You are one lucky man.
All right, so what we're going to do now is each person is going to stand up and then just do an I am statement. So I am whatever it is, and something positive. Amanda?
I am connected.
Beautiful.
One thing.
Just one thing, or a couple of things, whatever you want.
I am kind and understanding.
Beautiful.
I am successful.
Beautiful.
I am worthy.
I am mindful.
I am empathic.
I'm going to go with I am healthy and I am strong.
Beautiful.
I am a good listener.
Great.
I'm kind.
Great.
I am, I think that's my word for this year, grace.
Beautiful.
I am strong.
Great.
I am a worthy, badass rock star.
Beautiful.
She brought the energy.
Well, I can't beat that one, but I'm dependable.
Okay, beautiful. Great. Good job. What's your name?
Andrea.
Andrea. Check this out. When Andrea got up and she said her affirmation, and with the energy she said it, how did that affect everybody else? You felt it, right? Okay. So what we're going to do now is each person is going to do their I am statement again, but we are going to do it with some energy, some conviction, some belief, right? This time around, not question marks in the end of it, right? Rather, exclamation points. So Amanda, let's start with you.
I am connected.
Yeah.
Can I change it now?
Yes, yeah, you can.
I am kind and confident.
Yeah.
I am successful.
Okay.
No question about it.
I am flippin' worthy.
Yeah.
I'm going to add the other one. I am mindful and proactive.
I am fiercely empathic.
Yeah.
I am so strong and so healthy.
Beautiful.
I am a good listener.
Yeah.
I am kind.
Yeah.
I am full of grace and love.
Yeah.
I am so damn strong.
Yeah.
Do I just do it again?
Yes.
No, level it for you.
And more, I am a worthy, badass rock star!
She's like, I can't.
Watch out, Christina! I am dependable!
All right, beautiful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna move into the action part. Belief is wonderful, but belief without action is all for naught. So the action part is really, really important. So these things that we believe about ourselves, especially the positive things, we must act accordingly to that. Yes. Let's see. I think that this is an important piece also. Acting upon something, the belief that you have, might mean sacrifices that you're not ready to acknowledge, you're not ready to accept, okay? But if you are, like for example, here's a poor example. Someone that says, I am going to wake up early in the morning and then hits the snooze button 10 times, right? Right? This is a thing, this is not acting upon that belief, right? I'm going to work harder and then you put things off, right? This is kind of a difficult thing to accept, but that makes us a fraud when we say that. It makes us a scam artist. When we go out into the world, and not just a scam artist to people, right, but to ourselves. We're lying to ourselves. And that has an unhealthy, negative reaction. Now, failure is failing on a goal, failing on an objective. That's totally fine. But to continually do it, right, over and over again makes us a liar, right? We have to, if we're going to say that we're going to be dependable, people have to be able to depend on us. We have to be a dependable person. We have to act upon that belief that we are a dependable person. If we're saying that we are a healthy individual, we have to eat healthy. We have to exercise. If we're saying that we're successful, we have to achieve these successes, right? We have to have non-average goals, right? And that could be in your relationship or your marriage. It could be in, for example, if you if you are a good husband or you're a dependable husband, but your wife can't necessarily depend on you to get speakers, right? Then you might not be so dependable. You're dependable though. I want to read a poem that I wrote. And at this point, I want everybody to kind of close their eyes, listen to this poem. Fill your cup so that you may fill the cup of others. Love yourself so that you may love others. Nourish yourself so that you may nourish others. Encourage yourself so that you may encourage others. Admire yourself so that you may admire others. Understand yourself so that you may understand others. Be happy for yourself so that you may be happy for others. Believe in yourself so that you may believe in others. Think of yourself so that you may think of others. Okay, open your eyes. What does that poem mean to you guys? Empathy. Beautiful.
And by giving, you receive, or by receiving, you can get.
Beautiful.
It's the ebb and flow, it's the yin and yang.
Have you guys ever, everybody's flown at some point, maybe? Okay. There's a point where the stewardess tells you, like, if there's an emergency, make sure you take care of yourself. You put the mask on yourself, right? And then help other people, right? I remember the first time I heard that and how it resonated with me, not just with the flight, as that freaks me out, flying in general, but it resonated with me in the sense like, wow, it's okay to be selfish sometimes, right? It's not just okay, it's like necessary. It's healthy to be selfish sometimes, to take care of ourselves first, right? So that we have the ability to take care of other people, right? That in an emergency situation on an airplane, if you try to take care of other people, right, you might die yourself, or you may pass out before you're able to take care of someone else, right? It's imperative that we take care of ourselves first, right? Think of ourselves. I'm not saying that we should be selfish people in general. I'm saying that we should be selfish to a degree that we can help other people, right? So we have the ability to help other people. This is an analogy I came up with that I talked to some of the students about that we work with. It's a boat, like metaphor. I love this metaphor, right? Okay, imagine like belief, like this core of belief that I've been talking about and we've been exploring. Imagine it's like a wheel on a boat, right? Okay, you have to hold on to that wheel. And sometimes, like, you know, it'll be smooth sailing. Things are beautiful. Sun's out, it's great, so on and so forth. And you can loosen the wheel just a little bit, right? You can have the sail up, right? But then sometimes there's storms that come. You have to tighten on the wheel. You have to grab it a little stronger, right? And if you keep that sail up, and those storms could be people with their negativity, the storms could be you lost your job, right? And the wind is ripping that sail, you have to pull it down. And you have to hold on to the wheel, right? Now there are times where it's nice out, but you're a little bit tired, right? You've been holding on to the wheel for a long time. It's stressful, your arms are aching. If you're Josh, you could hold on for years, but if you're a normal human being, it might be a little bit difficult for you, right? You're not Norwegian or whatever.
He's like, I'm just gonna drink this coffee and stay in the closet.
But at those times, put your sail up for the individuals who are positive in your life, right? So that their wind, so you can let go of the wheel just a little bit, right? And they can carry you. But we always have to have our hand on the wheel, whether it's in a storm, tightly grabbing onto it, letting our sail down, or if it's on a beautiful day and we're a little bit exhausted, right? And we've been holding ourselves up for a long time. Let your sail up and let other people in your lives that are positive kind of be the wind in your sails, okay? Now, think,
I love that. Can I say something?
yes.
If you're like a captain of a ship or whatever boat, when it does get rocky or you need to put the sail up or down, you have to have a crew to help you.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you need, and it's okay to lean back and let those people help you when you need it.
Absolutely.
Aw, yes, baby. It is okay. And not only is it okay, it's more than okay.
Yeah.
It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. To ask for help is a sign of strength. I think that's where a lot of people get it twisted, is, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of courage to say, hey, you know what? God damn it, God, I can't do this anymore. I need help.
Absolutely.
That's the strongest point in your life. And we feel like it's the weakest point in our life. And I think that's bullshit. So I love your emotion.
Okay, so what we're gonna do right now, because this is the action portion, we need to establish I wills, right? We have I am, now I will, okay? What is your I will statement? I will what? Amanda?
Oh, shit. I'm all about going first to get it out of the way. Like what I'm going to go out of here and do based off what I learned.
Your I will should support your I am.
Okay. I will always stay connected and come from a place of love no matter who, what, where, or what has happened to me. I will always remember who I am and what I stand for at all costs. And I will always stay connected to myself and to those that are there for me. I will always have standards and make people meet me at that level in order to continue to make sure that I come first. And I will work on being patient and fucking balanced.
Powerhouse, I have to say.
Oh,
I will do what it takes to prove that I am confident and I am kind and I am the person that I believe I am, and I want others to not only see it with what I say, what I do.
Awesome.
I love that.
I will be more caring and will believe in my myself and others more to help us both achieve. So.
Beautiful.
I will love myself and continually believe in myself. And I like your analogy. I kind of use a different analogy as well, but I've always thought of myself as a ship, and I'm always taking care of other people. But if you're the captain of that ship and you're taking on this water, if you don't take care of you, then it eventually goes down, and then who's going to take care of this? So, I will definitely give myself more time, more love, and more me time.
I love that.
Okay, beautiful.
So I will continue to share love and light in the way that I love to do it, and just be mindful throughout the community with my friends and family. I will set boundaries, and I will be proactive. Yes.
Beautiful.
I will listen. I will give space and share space. I will do the emotional work to make sure that I'm seeing things from another's perspective, and I will check in with my own emotional health too, to make sure that I'm able to be there as a support for others around me, and uplift them and confirm them.
Yes, Chris, yes.
I'm so sorry, I should have never said that.
I will continue to be strong for myself and those around me. I will continue to live a healthy life. I will continue to be mindful of myself, like inner self-critic, so I can be mindful in the way to help others.
Beautiful.
Yes, Paul.
Okay. I will be more vulnerable and open to change.
Okay, great.
I love it. Yes, yeah. I'm almost good. Let's go talk to some strangers out.
I will be kind to myself, even like when I feel like I'm failing or when I'm frustrated with where I'm at, and I'll be kind to others. Treat everyone with dignity and respect, and even in those times when it's a struggle, I mean, we all want to be treated respectfully and have people be kind to us. So I'll do the same.
Beautiful.
I will, first and foremost, love and show myself grace. And I will make some me time happen in my schedule. I will continue to put on a positive armor every morning and feed my brain positive thoughts and positive messages to better arm my mind or myself for any negative that might happen throughout the day. So I will be able to encourage, love people, help them, listen to them. I will continue to show grace and love to my elderly mother and take care of her to the best of my ability. And I will.
Yes, yes, you will.
Okay. I will never let someone tell me who they think I should be. I will be kind but stern when it comes to my beliefs and values. I'll remember that not everyone's burdens are mine to carry, and that it's okay to be happy and healthy.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So I've already tapped into Donna's frequency. Hence wearing my heart on the sleeve. Vulnerability is
She can get you. She can get you. I know.
Okay, I will make time for me, outside of my kids, my marriage, and my business. I will meditate daily to stay tapped into that source energy and know in my heart that I am worthy to receive guidance for myself and those around me, and act on that inspiration from infinite intelligence immediately. And I will give grace and gratitude.
Beautiful.
I won't cry, I promise. It's making me want to cry.
You can cry, girl.
That was beautiful, that was beautiful. I will still stay dependable, and if I can't help someone, I will let somebody help me help them, instead of trying to do everything myself. I will stay strong and keep taking good care of my mother, like Donna does for her mother. We're in the same boat. And I will keep enlightening my son to prosper in life. And I will start complimenting myself instead of using weapons.
Awesome. Hey Josh, will you turn on that meditation music? So what I would like everyone to do, because we often are moving in and out of situations really quickly and not taking time to absorb the experience that we just had. So what I would like is just 1 minute, maybe 90 seconds.
Find a relaxed, comfortable.
Yes, find a relaxed, comfortable.
Position, y'all.
Take about 60 to 90 seconds and just think about,
There is something you can do.
Skip that. It's up there.
There we go. Think about the things that we talked about today, some of the things that stuck with you. Remember those things and kind of tuck them away, right? Think about your I am statement. Think about your I will statement. And just think about all those things so that we make sure that they are there for you later today or next week, whenever you need them, okay? We're just gonna store them away for a moment. So 60 to 90 seconds. Okay, you can open your eyes. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you all very much for allowing me to facilitate this. I really appreciate it. It's been a blessing for me, so thank you very much. Please do share this experience if you were inspired in any way. Share this with your friends, social media, call someone up, talk to your mother about it. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, beautiful. I can do that. And it's important because if you were inspired, by sharing, you can inspire someone else. So thank you very much.